from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's the AFC Wildcard round on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks.
It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Thomas. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And what an incredible start to a career for Lamar Jackson. Remember, he was a unanimous MVP of the NFL in just his second season in 2019. So here he is, now in the playoffs for the third time. Unfortunately, his team 0-2 so far. Both times the team was favored. He wants to get that first win, and hopefully the first of many towards a Super Bowl title. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 5. First down, Ravens.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
No.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
McKinney on the tackle. No gain on the play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Man open left side is Brown.
Jackson's pass complete to Marquise Brown. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. We'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Thomas. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. at their own 20.
And here now the offense heading back out there. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game. But there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007. That season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
J.K. Dobbins.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. This time Jackson will throw it, and that will be incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
And technically, you'd still call him a young quarterback in this league, but he's now at that stage of his career where we're about to take the word young and remove it because he's been in this situation before. He's been in the playoffs. Now he wants to advance his team deep and find his way into a Super Bowl. He's ready to take the next step.
We're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
7-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down and 4. Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins.
That's good.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Marlon Humphrey.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 3 yards the gain there, second down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
37-yard line.
Now Watson, and that'll be incomplete.
Intended for.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
3rd down and
out of the gun, Watson. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He gets it left side to Johnson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. DeAnthony Thomas will return it for Baltimore. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
at the 27.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
on second down. It's Ingram. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A 2-yard gain.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Ravens 0.
Second down and 8. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up
from the gun on 3rd down. Jackson steps away to his left. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
By Whitney Merciless. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 31-yard line.
Powerful running. Breaks free again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
16-yard line.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Ingram. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with second down coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Houston set to take over, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Derek Wolfe. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. Well, they get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Johnson, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Watson a give. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Texans, first down. 1st and 10.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction. I was able to track the ball in another.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Watson on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good red zone run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have
got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And his kick is right through. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now the second down throw on target. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Over the middle here to Brown.
Jackson's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on second down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll find Akins there, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On On 1st and 10, Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On 1st down, it's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Throwing again. Jackson caught right side at Snead. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, as it'll be the LA Chargers doing battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year. Brandon Godden and Charles Day.
Teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Out comes the Houston offense.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up second.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, throw left side, complete. It's Fuller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
46-yard.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled him back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
The ball carried by number 20.
Jihad Ward in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Raven first down.
Jackson on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
What a run there. You got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field.
2-yard attempt.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Ravens 10.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a first down throw, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
The pass.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
Watson's pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Texans 24, Ravens 10.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Bradley Roby on the tackle.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So that one will be accepted. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That penalty against DJ Fluker, the behemoth out of Alabama. Jackson from the shotgun. That's taken in by Duvernay.
Jackson's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson, and that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? There's only one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 42 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 25. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
27, Ravens 10.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Jackson's pass.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st down.
Brought in left side by Snead.
Jackson's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Ravens 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay.
Jackson
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Texans defense stands tall. And now back out comes the offense. Can't officially call this a win for them yet, but it's looking good to move on to the divisional round. They'll be on the road, of course, as an underdog. But the age-old question, would you rather have the momentum they're going to have or sitting at home with a bye? I'm sure you'd probably rather have the bye.
You remember that conference call we had before the playoffs started? We were talking with some people in the industry and some of the coaches that are out there. And we kind of posed the same question. You know, if you're coming off of a game like this, you know, and you're taking on a team that had that open week, which way do you want to go? And you remember the answer they gave us? I want the better team.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I get it. But I think there's a lot to having that momentum of having played versus coming off of that layoff, because maybe you start a little bit slower. We see those upsets happen all the time.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Number 24.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Number 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 1st down Texans. Watson hooking up with Cooks.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 6-yard pickup.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
9-yard line.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long